Very nice. Another great moment happened last November in Toronto when the doors to the Hockey Hall of Fame opened. Al spoke to a packed house, thanking many people for getting him to that point, and concluding with this.
The MacInnis family is big, caring, and always near, no matter how many miles separate us. My parents, brothers, and sisters were all instrumental in my arrival as a player and person, and their effect on me is profound and lasting. Above and beyond all, there are my children, Carson, Ryan, Lauren, and Riley, their mother, my wife, and best friend, Jackie. The stability, support, and love that Jackie and my children have given me, without condition, is why I'm here tonight. I love you, and I thank you. My life's journey has been blessed, and I thank my family, friends, the game of hockey, and the good Lord for my continued good fortune. With that, my final thought this evening is a tribute to where this wonderful journey began 44 years ago. To the people of Nova Scotia, you are my neighbors, my classmates, my relatives, my friends. You are good people. To represent you as the first person ever from Nova Scotia to be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame is a privilege of the highest degree. My place in this hall is your place as well. Thank you, and good night.
Just one last thing to wrap up. Tough to top that speech, but we have one more bit of biographical data here. After his great 2002-03 season, Al played only 3 games the next year because of an eye injury. After the lockout of 2004-2005, he decided to hang them up, retired on September 9th of 2005. But he retired with a reputation as a hard worker, a clean player who was so admired on and off the ice by teammates, opponents, and fans. He gave to his community at home, being the man behind the development of the Al MacInnis Sports Centre in Port Hood. In St. Louis, he coached minor hockey teams, often for as many as 30 hours a week, and not only teams on which his kids played. He was known to stay long after many others to sign autographs. Before we make his presentation, we have a comment from Pierre Maguire, former NHL head coach and now a TSN hockey analyst, and we thank Paul Hollingsworth of CTV, who produced this piece for us right here.
Be able to come here and give a little speech on Al MacInnis. Goes into the National Hockey League, everybody's like, Al who? Bob Johnson, the late Badger Bob Johnson, couldn't say enough good things about Al MacInnis when I coached with Bob and worked with him down in Pittsburgh. But what about Al MacInnis? Norris Trophy winner, Conn Smythe Trophy winner, Stanley Cup winner, Hockey Hall of Fame member. He's going into the biggest Hall of Fame of all, the Nova Scotia Hall of Fame. That makes him what? Yes, a monster! Al MacInnis is spectacular. He was a great person in his community, whether it be in Calgary or St. Louis or even here down in the Maritimes. He's been a great father. He's coached his children in the Quebec Pee Wee tournament. It was an unbelievable thing that I witnessed down in Hartford in 1993. It looked like Al MacInnis' career was over. I was coaching in the game, Calgary versus Hartford. He hurt his hip after getting hit from behind by Patrick Poulin in one of those ridiculous icing races. But he came back. He lived to play another day. He's been an unbelievable ambassador of the game. I'll watch him get inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I only wish I could be in Nova Scotia to see him go into the Nova Scotia Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Al. Well deserved.
Beautiful. What else can we say but welcome to the Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame, Mr. Al MacInnis. To make the presentations, we'd ask the president of Zutphen Contractors in Port Hood, John Van Zutphen, to come forward, please. And for the pin, to present that, another Cape Bretoner who went on to great National Hockey League success. He and Al played against each other for many years, a member of this Hall of Fame, good friend to Al's and a former Montreal Canadian, Mr. Mike McPhee. Not sure how we top that. I remember as a little guy watching hockey back in 1984. And you were a member of the Calgary Flames, and you came across center ice and let go a slap shot. You're nodding, I think you know what I'm... And you hit Mike Liut in the mask, and it knocked him back, and the puck kind of bounced up and went over his head and down into the net. Do you think it's fair to say that's when your legend, this slap-shooting guy from Port Hood, began to grow?
Absolutely. It's funny, I ran into Mike Liut a few days ago in St. Louis, and he reminded me of that story. But after that, for the next couple of weeks, it was played in all the sport highlights, and it was kind of the breaking out party of my shot, but no question.
I know many people have asked you this, but for this Nova Scotia audience tonight, how did you shoot the puck so bloody hard?
Well, I get that question asked a lot with coaching kids around the rink, and I keep telling them that it's just practice. When I was a young boy growing up, one of the jobs my dad had was managing the arena in Port Hood, and my mother used to make me go down and help him lock up at nighttime, and I used to walk around the rink and pick up all the pucks that went over the boards and over the glass, and by the end of the hockey season, I'd have 75, 100 pucks and take them home. And during the summer back in Port Hood, if it wasn't a beach day, there wasn't a lot to do. So I used to shoot pucks all day long, and that's where the shot was established.
So Sidney Crosby has the dryer, you have the barn door, right?
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
He's more accurate.
I'm not sure about that. When you make a list of top defensemen of all time, I'm a huge hockey guy, and Ron McLean and I did this a couple of years ago. You're probably in the top 10 ever. And that's an amazing thing. Does that ever dawn on you that this guy from Port Hood who just works so hard is held in such high esteem by guys like McLean, Cherry, and whomever?
Well, it's certainly, you get a chill when you hear these people talk, and these people that are involved in the game for many, many years and seen many great players go through the National Hockey League, and to be in the same breath as all those top guys, and years ago, I guess there's guys in different eras are great players, but to be mentioned among that group, it's certainly it's a great honor, and I'm not so sure, but I'll take the compliments.
It's so good to have you here tonight, and it's not easy to get you because I know you're busy in St. Louis and you love St. Louis. Why has that city become a place for the MacInnis family?
Well, it just the people there remind me a lot of Canadians. They're very friendly people. They can't do enough for you. It's a city that grows on you. It has good schools for children, and we have a great alumni there. Also, the St. Louis Blues, the organization, has been very good to me. The president, John Davidson, and the people I work with, Larry Plow and Doug Armstrong, are great people I enjoyed, and they allow me to be involved. And my wife, Jackie, she enjoys St. Louis as well, which is important, and it just grows on you, and we've enjoyed it since we've been there.
Do you ever think about the way it ended, Al? Because you were still in such great shape and playing at such a great level, and the darn eye, right? Does that bug you at all?
No, it doesn't. I have no regrets. I was very fortunate to play 23 years in the National Hockey League, and everybody would love to go out on their own terms. I didn't, but when I look back, it was quite a ride and quite a journey, and it's only fitting that it ends here tonight in the Nova Scotia Sports Hall of Fame. This is where it all started. And this is what makes it so important. When you get a chance to share all these, accolades and awards with family members, friends, people from your hometown, people from the home province, it doesn't get any better than this, and it's only fitting that it ends here.
It's so good to have you home, and I hope you feel the same way. Ladies and gentlemen, best hockey player ever produced in Nova Scotia, right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings to a close another amazing night